So welcome to the channel, guys. Today we are going to discuss this string to integer atoi problem of LeetCode. So here first we go to read the description of the problem. Here we have to implement the my atoi function, which convert a string to a 32-bit signed integer. Okay. Uh, the algo for my atoi string is of follow. We have to read and ignore any reading white space. Like if there is any space in the starting of string, then we just have to ignore it. We have to check if the next character, if it is not the end of the string, is minus or plus, and we have to read this character in if it is either. It means if there is any number or character in the string, then we have to convert it into a integer number, which should be fitted in a 32-bit signed integer. Okay, this is just mean this. Okay, so now so its final result is negative or positive. Okay, and depend on the sign. Okay, so we have to read the next character until the next known digit character at the end of the string is traced, and the rest of the string is ignored. Like it is very important line in the statement. Like if we have it states we have to read the next all the characters until the next known digit character or the end of the string is traced, or the end of the input is traced. And here it is saying the rest of the string is ignored. So here what we have to do, we just initially have to check whether it's minus or plus. Then we have to check the next character in the our string till it is continue, and we have to ignore the rest of the string. Okay, and we have to uh, sorry guys, uh, we have to convert these digit into a number. Like if a string is 123, then it should be converted to 123. If it's 0023, it will be 32, because we ignoring these two reading zeros. Or if there is a white space in place of these zero, then we should also ignore them. So okay guys, and if there is no digit for read, then the integer is 0. Like if I'm giving you an example, like if this is the case, here is the sign but not a digit, so here we have to return just 0 as our answer. Okay, and we have to change the sign. Okay, if it's negative and here is 1, then we have to read 1 and return -1. But here if it's plus or not any sign, then we just have to return 1. Okay, so this line just mean this. So if the integer is out of 32-bit signed integer range, like what does it mean? The maximum of number can be 2. The maximum of number can be 2 raised to the power 31 minus 1, and the minimum of number can be 2 raised to the power 31. So the number should be in this range. Okay, so and you as you can see, uh, this is int min and this is int max. So we can use directly function int min and int max for check whether our number is in range or not. Then what we have to do, if our number integer is out of 32-bit, like if it is lesser than -2 raised to the power 31, or it is greater than 2 raised to the power 31 minus 1, then what we have to do, we have to remain in the range. Specifically, this line is not so useful. If minus, then we have to convert it to this, and if it is greater than this, then we clamp it to or make it to equal this. Okay, return the integer as the final result. So here the only character space continue. Okay, okay, so here what we have to do, we have to read a string. If we are concurred with a sign plus or minus, then we have to read the input of the digit just next to it. If there is not any input integer input, then we just have to return 0, else while we have to return this number. Like here 42, we have to return 42. Here minus 42, we will neglect these white spaces and will uh, return this minus 42. Okay, and we are given this 4191 with word. As you can see, we just have to read this number, sorry, this number, and this is our output. So here a very simple problem it is. So first of all, I am taking two number long. I am taking it long because when my number is will become out of bound of this, will go out of bound of this range, then I can not check it. If I take here int, it will give me integer, sign integer overflow error, you can say sign integer overflow error. So I have to use long in it. So by using long, I will not get any sign integer overflow error. So, and I am taken here variable int I is equal to 0 for iterating the string. First of all, we have to neglect all the white spaces. Then we are here at this sign. If si is equal to minus, if si is equal to negative, or if si is equal to positive, then what we have to do? If si is equal to negative, then our b should be equal to minus 1. B basically represent us the sign. We can say b will represent us the sign. It is initially I initialize this b with 1 because number is automatically positive. But if si is equal to negative, then we just have to return minus 1, else sorry, then b is equal to minus 1, else b is equal to 1, and we just increase I. Okay, and as I told you, what I have to do, we have to read the input in just next character or digit just after the sign. If there is sign or not sign, like in this case, there is sorry, like in this case, I'm just explaining you by putting in here. If there are white spaces. Wait a minute. There are white spaces but not any sign, so we just initialize it with 1, it be with 1, and our this if condition will not work out. So I so what we then we are here in this while loop, and if and we run this while loop till si is in the range of any digit, like it is from 0 to 9, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, it can be any integer. So what we will do, we just modify our a. How? A into 10, the initial number into me 10 plus si minus 1, the character, the value of the character. Like if si is equal to x, character x, then to making it to integer, we just subtract the value of character 0 from it, and this will represent us the value of the int value of character si. Okay, and here we increase I plus plus. And if a into b greater than or equal to int max, b is sign, we have to take care of sign because we have to concur with this equation also. Like if a into b greater than or is equal to int max, then if this number is take example, if this number is equal to int max, then we have to, in next iteration, what can happen, we are out of the block, or we just modify a. So here the maximum number, if it is equal to int max, can be int max. So what we do, we just initialize a with int max and break it. But if a into b greater than the int max, then we just put out int max, because here we are specify an integer. If the integer is out of the 32 bound, then we have to clamp it to the remains in the range. So okay, and similarly with if a into b less than or is equal to int min, then we clamp it with int min and break the loop. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, and then we just return a into b. A is the value of our integer value of the, and b is the sign value. B will return at minus or plus. Okay, sorry, what happens, wait a minute, line 1. Oh, okay, I'm explaining this. Now you can see. Okay, I am taking all exam. Uh, I have not taken the lead code premium. That's why it's showing this. Please subscribe it. You can see I have submit this. You can say my it's very long submission, but after all, it's being submit. So you can say I have submitted my code. So this is my accepted code that I explain you. So thank you for watching this, guys. If you like it, then please subscribe it, because here you will found many coding related content in future also. Thank you, guys.